A lot of people ask me about their dogs counter surfing or getting in the way when they're cooking. For me, I don't mind giving dogs food in the kitchen while I'm cooking, as long as they are not getting in my way, under my feet, begging. So what I use is a mat. We call them spot mats, but some people call them place. And I teach the dog that if they want to hang it out in the kitchen with me while I cook, that's great, but they need to stay on their mat. I've got two great dogs here. I've got Mr. Sammy and Mr. Riggs, and they have learned how to settle on mats. So they're one step ahead of the game. I do have videos on how to teach your dog to what I call go to a spot mat, is what I call it. Riggs knows it as place, Sammy knows it as spot. But they have learned to just expect breakfast in bed when they lay on their mats. So we can use that cue in a lot of different ways, and one of them is, if you don't mind your dog hanging out in the kitchen with you and you don't mind throwing them a carrot now and then, you can teach them that if they are going to receive food, it's going to be on their mats. Their mats right now are very close to my mop countertop. But as my dog learns, I can move the mat back out of my way, and I can just walk over every once in a while and just drop a treat. So this works for our family, and we hope that it would work for you. And basically the first steps are, once they know how to lay on their spots and stay there, then I can start pretending that I'm cooking. So I can just turn around, stir my soup a little bit, then I can turn back to them and say, here guys, yay, have a little bit of the food that I'm cooking. You can set up a mock scenario where maybe you've got something smelly that you've already cooked and you're just kind of moving it around on your countertop or wherever you're cooking, and then you're turning and giving them a little teeny bit of it. But the goal is just to teach them that there's no point in expending energy by jumping up, begging, barking, because if they just lay on their mats, you're going to serve them breakfast in bed. So again, I'm just making some noises, turning my back to them. They have to get used to all of those little steps in tiny increments. And of course, when you're starting the practice, you reinforce frequently for that good behavior of laying on the mat. And as they get more experience, you can see Riggs is doing really well. Sammy, go to your spot. Sammy's testing the waters a little bit, and that's okay. I didn't tell him to stay there. There's no, I don't need to punish him for that. I just need to reinforce him for being on that mat. So again, I turn, I stir my soup, just cooking, having a good time here, making some kitchen noises, reaching for things, and then coming back and reinforcing the dogs for laying on their nice mats. Move the mat back as the dog makes progress, so that you're taking more steps towards the dog and then more steps back towards the counter without them getting up. And then of course, eventually I'm starting to use less reinforcement. So I'm only walking over every once in a while and giving them that little piece of carrot. And you would be surprised at how long they will wait once they have that certainty that food will be delivered if they're patient. So I hope this helps, and happy training.